I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a conflict anytime soon that's so black and white and easy to pick a side. And yeah, I did hope for something like that. I did hope that there would be a chance to split some heads, yeah. You know, I have no quarrels with the religion of Islam. My problem with ISIS is they're not people, you know, the things they're doing are horrible.
Pretty jury-rigged.
My name is Patrick Maxwell. In December, I traveled to Suleimania, Kurdistan, to join the Kurdish Peshmerga and fight against ISIS.
Another round incoming right now.
This was very clear. It was a band of marauders who rape women and children and sell them into sexual slavery versus a people who have been fighting for their homeland for years. It was also a chance to have a story that no one else could beat, I guess, and have an adventure while I'm doing it. When I'm enlisted, I'm there to serve my country, protect my country, obey the orders of the officers appointed over me. As a private citizen, I'm going to have an adventure, essentially, and that's my own business. I figured it out by just using Google and Facebook, honestly. I talked to some people that put me in contact with a Peshmerga lieutenant. I wore, you know, my old Marine Corps uniform just because it was what I had. My armored plate carrier over that, a set of boots, magazine pouches, bought a plane ticket from Austin to Suleimania and went. When I touched down, I was probably 3 or 4 in the morning, so dark obviously. And it took me to a nearby base and we stayed there for a while. The Peshmerga fighters, I lived with them for 6 weeks. You know, they're a good bunch of dudes, kind of mismatched uniforms and weapons, stuff like that. Eat flatbread and rice for, you know, 2 or 3 meals a day. It was different, a lot different than staying like a US military base. I always sleep on the floor of a shipping container right next to them, carrying the same AK-47 they carried.
This right here, pretty typical of their toilet.
What we saw was more of a trench warfare type scenario. Just we've got a trench line, they've got a trench line anywhere from 100 to 1,000 meters away, and everyone's got flags up, and we just watch each other. And occasionally shoot at each other. The local reaction to us was good. They're very hospitable, they're very gracious people. They were very excited to have some Westerners there. I had a ball cap, I kept the Texas flag patch on it, and it was great because they'd always ask me, "You're American, where are you from?" I'd show them the flag and say Texas, everyone's face lit up. I'd say, "Oh, George Bush, Texas," because everyone knows George Bush and loves him over there. It's pretty funny.
Hello.
Talking to the Special Forces advisors that we met there. They let us know that unofficially it was kind of cool what we were doing, but the official word from the consulate was that, you know, obviously we shouldn't be there, we needed to go home. I think after our experience, the Peshmergas pretty much put their foot down and said, we don't want any more Westerners coming over here because frankly, we'd rather have, you know, weapons and training more than Western volunteers. When I look back at it, it was a cool experience. It was still a cool story. If there was a chance to take all the politics out of the situation and I would go straight to the front line with a weapon in my hand and actually take part in stuff on a large scale, then yeah, I'd go back tomorrow.